Hi, my name is Damz, and today I'm playing Realm of Thrones on Mount & Blade 2 Bannerlord. Now, recently, over the Christmas holiday period, I decided to rewatch Game of Thrones for the first time since it actually finished. After rewatching it in its entirety, I was once again left disappointed by the ending, but it also gave me a massive urge to play a Game of Thrones game. Easy for me to say. But unfortunately, there just isn't really a lot of good options out there. I honestly have no idea how they've never produced a decent Game of Thrones game. Up until this year, they're actually releasing one. But luckily for us, the amazing people at Realm of Thrones have made this overhaul mod for Mount & Blade 2 Bannerlord, and it's everything I could have ever dreamed. If you want to be a man of the North and follow the Starks, if you want to be a Targaryen and follow Daenerys, you want to be in Dawn, you want to be a Tyrell, you want to be a wildling who lives past the wall. All the options are endless. If you want to be a man of the Night's Watch and defend the realms of men against the White Walkers, you can do that in this new update. If you want to ride a dragon, literally anything you wanted to do in Westeros is now possible with this mod. So I'm going to finally give this a go today, and hopefully it can scratch that itch that I've been looking for. I will leave a link down below to the mod details in the description if you guys want to try this one out for yourself. And maybe even sign up for their Patreon. These guys are absolutely awesome. So first thing we're going to want to do then, as you can see, is actually choose a culture. And like I mentioned in the intro, you have all of the options. If you want to be a Westerman and be a Lannister, why on earth would you do that? But maybe you would want to. Ironborn, if you want to be a part of the Greyjoys, Braavosi, Dornish, Dothraki, Northmen, just all of them. Valeman, Reachman, Riverman, Stormlander, Free Folk. Like I say, if you want to be a wildling beyond the wall, there's just so many amazing options here, which are just unbelievable. Now, for this little playthrough that I'm planning on doing on the channel, I mean, if you are wanting to see a full playthrough of this, please smash the like button and get in the comments down below. But I think I want to be a man of the North and maybe actually try and stop something like the Red Wedding from happening, because that's right, there are time scenarios in this that will happen according to what happens in the show. So the Northmen then, the people of the North are hardy breed, descendants of the first men, and they were ruled by kings of the North before Aegon's conquest. So actual benefit of being a Northman then, 50% less speed penalty and 50% sight range bonus in forest. So we're gonna have to utilize that to our advantage, hopefully. Now, I'm going to have to create the most northern man you've ever seen. Now, unfortunately, Bannerlord's character customization isn't the best in the world anyway, but let's see what we can do. So here we go then. This is our northern character. Pretty generic, all things considered, but it'll have to do. But now we actually get to choose our background then. So in terms of our family then, I feel like it's only right that we were the officers of House Stark. That's what we were born into, and that gives us one-handed, which is really good, some leadership and steward, as well as some points into intelligence. And ideally, I would like to do a bit of a range build on this character. So I feel like our attention to detail was especially good when we were a young wee boy. And carrying on with that theme then, we hunted small game as a child, which is going to give us 10 skill levels and focus points to bow and tactics as well. And ideally, we're going to want to be good riding a mount as well. So I feel like it's right to go with row with the scouts. Our bow skill and one-handed skill is pretty darn good, if you ask me already. We've got a bit of athletics and some riding ability, which is nice. Leadership, which is going to be amazing for hopefully leading a northern army to victory, as well as some stewardship. Now, one thing I do want this character to be is very charming and morally good when it comes to the North anyway. So we're going to say that as a young adult, we treated people well, and which is going to give us some more abilities in Steward, as well as finally increasing our charm. And in terms of the age then, we need that massive beard. So we're going to want some more focus and attribute points. So we're going to be starting at the age of 30. Now, in terms of what our actual sigil is going to be then, our banner, I suppose. What do we want to do here? Now, I have a name in mind for this character and a little bit of a backstory. And obviously, if we're going to be a part of the North, we kind of want to be a wolf, I suppose. And I can't figure out if that is a wolf or if that is a wolf. So, which one do I like better? I mean, we could go with a dog, but I mean, I suppose any of these could technically be wolves, right? I really like the idea of this, so we're going to go with that. Why not? And in terms of our family name, then, like I say, if we are going to be in the north, we need to be a northern strong name. And I think I've come up with the name of Stonewolf. Makes sense, right? And then my character's first name, I would go Damz, as, you know, my name is Damz, but I like the name Draven. Draven Stonewolf, the man of the north. Here we are then, ladies and gents, in Westeros. If you're excited for this, please, like I say, smash the like button. Let's do a little zoom out here. And as you can see, all of the very, very familiar places that we have grown to love. If you've ever read the books, or of course, if you've ever watched the show like me, and all the characters we're going to bump into are definitely going to be familiar. And we have started in the north where we belong then, very next to Winterfell. And as you can see, there it is. Clan Stark, faction, the north. And if we go all the way up here, we can see all of the awesome things right in the north, such as, you know, the wall itself and Castle Black. And as this new update is recent, they have added an amazing new thing at Castle Black. I feel like we have to check it out before we do anything else. But obviously, you've got the Iron Islands over here. So, of course, all the Greyjoys doing iron type things over there. And most importantly, the capital then, King's Landing. How bloody awesome does that look? Will we ever get to King's Landing? Do we ever want to go near King's Landing? We're not a Stark, but Starks don't seem to fare well down south, as the show suggests. So maybe we don't do that. Now, quite a lot of interesting things are going to happen the longer we play this. Of course, the Red Wedding. That is an issue. We actually have the opportunity to potentially stop it if we can. I don't know if that's possible, but I would not like Robb Stark to die ideally. We don't really have a chance of saving Ned or Eddard because, well, that is just kind of how it's all going to begin, right? But another thing, most importantly, we may need to get to the Castle Black sooner rather than later and kind of bolster that up because, well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? The end of the world can come in this. And the White Walkers and the Night King can rise up and take over Westeros. Actually, imagine how fun that is going to be, battling the Night King on the wall. If they even make it that far, I don't really know, but it'd be interesting to see. First things first, like I say, I would ideally like to see the wall due to this new update. So what I'm going to do, first of all, is actually go over into Winterfell here. And maybe we have a little look around and see if we can see any faces that we are, well, familiar with. And we've actually gained a level, obviously, as well. So we should probably do some skill points here. I'm going to increase my intelligence. That is kind of what a massive thing about this character is going to be, actually, as well as our control for our bow skill. So we do have a couple of skill points to use. And I think I'm actually going to go weapon handles here. So we get 20% handling with one happen. And all the infantry we get a 30+ bonus with that. And then for bow, I do like dead aim. We get headshot damage, which is absolutely huge. Another thing we've got is leadership then in the social tab over here. I think I like the idea of 2 experience per day for all the troops in the party. And then 1+ troop tiers when recruiting from the same culture. I really, really like that, actually. As we're going to be using a lot of northern soldiers, that is for sure. And also steward as well. Do we want them to take minus wages or minus food? I think maybe we go with the wages and recruitment costs. Why not? Right, let's go to Winterfell then. Hopefully, if we can make it there alive. See what's going on with the Starks, right? Okay, so what we could do here, first of all, maybe is do a little bit of trading. I feel like we could do with some troops just to keep us a bit secure. Now, in terms of the northern recruits then, so we can go down 2 lines, northern soldier and northern woodsman. So these are kind of spear units with a shield. And then you've got these who are more two-handed raiders, or maybe if you want to go down the bow side. So maybe the woodsman might be a pretty good shout. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, let's buy some northern recruits. That'd be pretty nice. It only costs 85 gold. And we don't actually have any food to feed these troops. So I think we should probably buy some, right? So what is the food situation here? Grain is at a okay price. So we'll buy a couple of bags of grain. Apparently grapes are a decent price here as well. So we will mix up the food ever so slightly to get up some more steward ability. because the more different food you carry, as you probably know, it's better for them. Also, beer is actually a really good value here. I don't know if I want to spend 100 on beer right now, though. Might just get some more grapes and grain. That might be good. Now, another thing is maybe we should look to do to increase our movement speed is potentially buy some more horses. We'll definitely get another one. That will be a good idea. And in terms of gear for Draven here, he is an archer, he's a ranger, so I probably will keep it with just the hunting bow for the time being. First things first then, I think we should maybe visit the tavern. Is there anyone here we could maybe speak to that looks familiar? Let's have a look. Maybe there's a cool companion chilling around here. Just a lot of musicians. Some nice tavern music. I absolutely love how immersive this is. I don't think there is any companions, unfortunately, for us in here. Look how awesome this looks, by the way. This is absolutely amazing. We've got a couple of people that we can speak to. Obviously, there's so many different things you can do in Bannerlord. If you want to start your own gang, or maybe you want to do our own caravan. Got thugs on every goddamn corner here. We should probably have a word with the Starks about this. We've got a trader here as well. We have technically already spoken to him and brought some food for our travels. But just look how gorgeous this looks. This is absolutely awesome. Well, we are at the entryway then. We can go up these steps here. And I don't know if we're going to be allowed into the keep itself. I'm assuming not, right? Is this by any chance the cemetery? If it is, that would be absolutely awesome, right? Oh, I think it is. That is super cool. So this, of course, you see a lot in the show. A lot of the statues of the fallen Stark soldiers. Oh, that is pretty awesome. But anyway, enough dawdling about. We're not actually doing anything useful here. Like I say, priority number one, I really would like to go to the wall. Maybe to say hello to Jon Snow, first and foremost. But also just to see how damn cool that looks. Now, like I say then, let's head further north. Into the real north, I suppose. The real cold, hard north. And hopefully we can make it there in one piece. I feel like there's going to be a lot of people out to kill us here. But what I'm thinking we should do along the way is visit some of these very small towns. Oh, there are very, very many brigands there. That is not good. Let's go to Tumbledown. 36 woodlands. Oh, wow. We are in big trouble. I'm going to pick up some more northern recruits here. Let's just get an army of these guys. Now, how do we maneuver around this? Hopefully, we can make it up the mountain here. We are on horseback, so we do have that advantage. We're not going to be walking, or riding, should I say, super fast, because we do have 13 troops on us. Look how many brigands they are. This is not a good sign at all. Ooh. Tormund Giantsbane of the Free Folk has been taken prisoner by wildling renegades. Now, Tormund is one of the best characters in the show. I think you would agree. So, hopefully he doesn't die. I would like to be friends with Tormund. But we are a man of the North, and the wildlings and the Northmen aren't the best of friends right now anyway. We're going to have to wait for Jon Snow to maybe do something about that, right? Now, we actually have some broken men going here. I wanted to visit White Ranch, because this is going to be a stable, right? If there's any troops we can recall. So these are some northern noble youths. What are these guys? Oh, wow. These look pretty damn awesome, if you ask me. Look at that armor. So they're a northern one-handed sword unit, but they can also get a spear as well. Northern hero. How much are these guys? 42 to recruit here. Should we get a few of them? You know what? Screw it. I just want a big-ass army. A big-ass Norman army that is going to keep us alive. We're getting up to the crossing here. We shouldn't be too far away from Castle Black. It is absolutely beautiful around here. All of the snow. I can't wait to check this out, to be honest. Looks like we have reached Castle Black. Men of the Night's Watch. I'm going to introduce myself, and hopefully we see some friendly names anyway. There's Jorah Mormont, actually, riding past. Okay. Let's have a look around, I guess. First of all, let's have a look in the tavern. Some Night's Watchmen just chilling everywhere. Pretty crowded in here, if you ask me. But there is one a very familiar face, Benjen Stark.
So who are you then?
My name's Javin, sir. Benjen Stark, a sworn brother of the Night's Watch. If you're traveling beyond the wall, you'll be needing a guide. And if you're lucky to only run into ice spiders, shadow cats, and direwolves. Ice spiders, yeah, right. We get going on first light, if you would have me. I could use someone like you in my company. 40,000 gold for Benjen Stark. Yeah, he's a pretty expensive companion. Can't afford him right now. I also like he's got red eyes. Is that a little hint to what happens to him? But yeah, gonna have to leave you for now, Benjen Stark, even though you're a pretty cool... Yeah, pretty cool companion, to say the least. We have a mercenary person here, ransom broker. Looks like Jon Snow's not here, which is a shame, but anyway, let's check out Castle Black. How amazing does this look? It's literally exactly how it is. You've got the lift there to go up onto the wall, and that is right, ladies and gentlemen. In this new 6.0 version of the mod, you can indeed go up onto the wall. Look how cozy and awesome this looks. I feel like we have to go up onto the wall, right? We've got no choice here. This is going to be amazing if we decide to defend this against the Night King. How do we actually use a lift? That is a good question. Well, I couldn't use it because it wasn't here. We're going to have to wait for it to slowly but surely come back down and go and visit the wall itself and see all the wonders of the north, I suppose. Here we go then. Let's get up until the lift here. Okay. Are we in? Think we're in. Oh, this is actually terrifying. Imagine falling from this. This looks absolutely awesome, guys. Like I say, if you want to see a full series of this, please let me know in the comment section down below. It looks like we've reached the top here. Or maybe not. Was that a little... Well, that was a little secret underpass, maybe. We're not even anywhere close to the top right now. We're very, very nearly there then. This has actually been a lot longer than I expected, but I mean, I'm not complaining. It's very realistic, I suppose, on how long this would take to get up here. Right, let's get off on the wall. Here we are then. At the very top of the wall. Maybe we do what Tyrion Lannister does and take a pee off the side. Who knows? We can actually peer off into the north itself then. And the famous tree line of when you see all of... Well, originally Mance's army, right? And then the Night King destroyed the wall itself with the big-ass dragon. We're going to have to venture north someday, but today's not the day. We do need to recruit an army and kind of defend the Starks first and foremost. Now, in terms of troops that we can recruit here, so we actually get Night Watch recruits. I'm interested to see what they look like. So they become soldiers, and you can become shield brother or crossbowman. These are pretty sick, not going to lie. Do we... Oh, we don't have a lot of coin left. I probably should start actually training up the current units I've got, right, before we hire even more men, right? They are pretty cheap, though, all things considered. Maybe we'll get 3. Why not? Now, I think if we are going to survive this and really truly help out the North and the Starks in particular, we need to get some combat experience and some combat experience very quickly, especially for our very untrained soldiers here. So let's head back down north, I guess, and see if we can get some favor with the Starks. Now, we do actually have our first scenario then, of course, the execution of Ned. The War of the Five Kings has begun. A head has been chopped off. And the beginning of, well, the war between the wolf and the lion, I suppose. Like I say, a lot of this stuff actually happens. It's pretty awesome, and it sets up the trajectory for, well, everything else, really. Now, we're going back into the less cold north, I suppose, here. Back into the forest. I'm trying to see if we could maybe hunt down a pack of brigands or something here to get some combat experience. There are 4 here. Do we just go for this? Oh, they're actually trying to be clever there. Maybe we go for the 7. I don't want to take on a few groups at once. Bide our time a second here. We can maybe get this 8 here. Be good, be really good combat experience. Okay, I think we managed it. Prepare to fight. Let's get some loot, boys. There's actually quite a few of them around here.
Under my command.
But I think we go off our horse and we just charge them. We've got the numbers. Let's do it with all of our northern men. And a few of the Night's Watch as well. What a mixed bunch here. Now, they do have range weapons. We're going to have to really push. Hopefully, we can get a shot off before. I did miss my shot, which is not good. Okay, we hit one. We did some really good damage there. We'll try and get the archers. Okay, we got one. We're really outnumbering them. We surely should win this fight, guys. Okay, nice. Victory won for Draven and his northern men. Okay, so what do we get? We got some prisoners, some bushwhacker and 3 boot. What are these bushwhackers turned into? Forest bandit. Okay. Maybe we could use some of these. Northern winter warriors as well look pretty cool, right? We'll take all of that, though. Thank you very much. In terms of the loot, then, we do actually have a bow here that is a lot better than ours, I suppose. But I say a lot better. It's not really, is it? It's a lot less fast. It does a bit more piercing damage, but apart from that, nothing else really. I mean, we may as well take it all, right? Why not? Now, it does actually mean we've got a lot of focus points to use here. So I'm going to use some focus points on my bow and one-handed, I think. Stewardship is a massive thing, as well as scouting for me. Maybe we could do athletics as well, which wouldn't be quite bad. And also charm, so we can hopefully get a nice wife. In terms of the party then, a lot of them have ranked up, which is going to be amazing. So I think I'm actually going to do the woodsman starting off. One of our northern noble youths has ranked up as well, and so has one of our northern Night's Watch. So we actually have quite a few awesome troops now to use. Now, I don't see why we can't pick off this other little brigand group here. There's only 7 of them. There's only 12 of us, but we are better equipped than before. It is a nighttime battle, though, so you have to be very careful here. Okay, let's do this. Ouch, I got absolutely wrecked there. Oh, we did a nice little shot there. Now, some of us do actually have shields, which is nice. Okay, we got a nice headshot off. Charge, gents, charge. How did I miss that guy's head? Okay, I was going to shoot that guy. Oh, we actually got him. Nice. Oh, we absolutely wrecked them. Amazing. Look how cool that armor set is, by the way. That shield looks awesome. So we got another prisoner, which is pretty decent. As well as some decent loot, kind of. I mean, I suppose we should actually wear some of this as well, right? Before we continue. Make our character a little bit less squishy. Now, we do actually have another northern recruit that is upgraded as well as the Night's Watchman. And now we do have this northern woodsman. How do we want to go with this? Do we want to go into a northern raider? Or do we want a bowman? I feel like raiders for now, and then we can prioritize getting archers further down the line. Now, in terms of our inventory then, what do we have? I mean, this head armor is pretty decent. I look like I've got a piece of bread stuck on my head, but it's better than nothing, I suppose. And I suppose we may as well wear this tunic here. We definitely need some armor. We need it fast, let's be honest. Now, I suppose I'm not necessarily going to use this hatchet, but I will equip it just so in case we ever get into close combat, we do have an axe to defend ourselves. How northern. Now, we definitely need some more supplies if we do venture out again. And there's so many brigands walking around the north here. I feel like we need to get back home to Winterfell. I say home, it's not really our home yet, but at least get some favor with them and start doing some missions for the Starks. It does actually look like there is a tournament here as well. That is pretty awesome. But I think this is where I'm going to end today's video. If you've enjoyed this Realm of Thrones, it's a very, very small insight to how huge and amazing this mod is. Smash the like button, and like I say, get in the comment section down below if you want to see more of this. I'd happily do a full series on this going forward. But I appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you in the next one.